Hey guys, and welcome to the most casual unboxing video of the Apple HomePod that you have ever seen. We've got kids running all over the place. We've got potty training happening in the background. We've got dogs. It's gonna be a fun time. So let's not waste any time and we'll just start unboxing the Apple HomePod. There is a clear case all the way around and you can see there's a little tab right here. We're just gonna peel that back. There we go. Oh yeah. And this is the case. It's just gonna slide off the top right here. And there it is, the Apple HomePod in its very cylindrical glory. Let's open this up and we'll set it to the side just for a second and see what else we have in here. Not much is left in the box. We've got a little pamphlet, it looks like, with some stuff inside of it. So your HomePod instructions and the little Apple sticker, just one sticker. And it looks like, yeah, your regular summary, HomePod info, and then this looks like it is the instructions. Boop, all right here. So on this side is the initial setup, and on this side, it tells you about Siri and controls. So now that we're done with the box, we'll put these back in here. I don't know about you, I never use the Apple stickers. I think I have every single Apple sticker still in the box, and I tend to keep all of the boxes of all of the products that I buy. So they're just hanging out in there. We'll push this to the side for a minute and bring this back into business. Now, the HomePod is Apple's take on the, I'm using quotations marks, smart stereo. But I want to emphasize that this is first and foremost a stereo, and I think that's how Apple wanted it to be. Something that plays great music first and then is smart later. I'm anxious to hear exactly how it sounds and what that actually is. I'm no audiophile by any sense of the word, but I know what good music sounds like, or at least how it sounds, but I don't know all of the terminology that an audiophile would use. But it'll be interesting to see what kind of sound we get out of something this size. Speaking of size, I wanted to give you a few comparisons so you have an idea of what exactly it is, similar to. Bringing in the Google Home. We have used this and we've actually liked it quite a bit. We use it with our lights downstairs, and you've seen the videos that we've used it with, but occasionally we'll have it in the kitchen and we'll play music from it, even outside on the patio. This is the Echo Dot, which I used probably twice in my office, and I have never used it since. I got it for like $20 on sale or something, so I don't feel too terrible about that, but I never use it. And then this is another speaker. This is the Bose SoundLink, and I think it's the SoundLink 3. So just to give you an idea of size, these are 3 different things for you. Oh wait, I've got a couple more. Hold that thought. Now, what kind of video from me would this be if we didn't bring in a Dr. Pepper for comparison? So here's a Dr. Pepper for scale. You can see right next to it. And then this wouldn't be the internet without a banana for scale. I'm such a nerd, I'm sorry guys. It's a relatively good sized banana. Oh my gosh, we're talking about banana sizes. Anyway, so this is about how big it is. It's hefty. It is a lot heavier than I thought it would be, especially compared to this. I mean, it is quite a bit smaller, but relatively speaking, this is very, very light, and this is heavier than you would imagine. I think that has to do with the speaker array system that they have on the HomePod. The cool thing about this is that it is adaptive to your surroundings. Wherever you play this, it will actively see or hear what is around, and it will adjust your music based on that. So if this is a wall right here, it's not gonna use that speaker so much as it will the front. So that's a very, very smart thing that I don't think a lot of other speakers are doing. I like the cord on here. It's kind of like a fabric-y cord rather than the rubbery plastic cord that Apple usually has on here. I'm not sure if that's gonna be more durable or less durable. We will see. Speaking of durability and finicky things, you may have noticed on the internet that a lot of people are stating that the bottom of the HomePod leaves a ring on wooden surfaces. That is a huge issue because that's something that I feel like Apple would pay very close attention to, because surfaces, I think, is a huge testing area for speakers. You have to know what you're playing on and around. So it's interesting to me that they didn't remedy that before this was introduced. So I'm anxious to see how they play that in the future. All right, so let's get into it and let's set up. Just like on the AirPods, you have this pop-up and it has setup. So we're gonna hit setup. Where is the HomePod? We are in the kitchen. Boom, at least I think we are. Yes, we're in the kitchen. Personal requests, allow anyone to use this HomePod to send and read messages, add reminders, create notes, and more when this is connected to the same Wi-Fi network. I think this is just my family, so I think we're okay to hit this. If you have roommates, they may trick and troll you by sending messages. I don't know. So let's go ahead, we'll hit setup. Ooh, sounds like a little doorbell. On the top, it's kind of pulsating. Look, HomePod is ready. Hey Siri, what can you do?
I can do lots of things, like turn on the lights, give you a news update, and tell you about the weather. Now you try. Say, hey Siri, play some music.
Hey Siri, play some music.
Sure. Let's kick things off with Nowhere Man by the Beatles.
He's a real nowhere man, sitting in his nowhere plan. I love the Beatles, this is so cool. Hey Siri, pause the music. One thing that I've heard from other people is that Siri can hear you so well because of all of the microphones, despite the loud music. So that is something that I would like to test very quickly. So, hey Siri, play some music.
Sure. Let's kick things off with Eruption by Van Halen.
Here's the test, guys. Hey Siri, turn the music all the way up.
That's very loud.
It's gonna get loud, guys! Yes. Hey Siri, pause the music. Wow, it worked! You've got some buttons on the top for audio control. You can turn it down and turn it up. The other thing you can do is you can just hold down here and that will initiate Siri. Okay, let's get down and dirty for a second. After listening to this for a while, I have concluded that it sounds just really, really great. It sounds amazing, especially compared to speakers like this. Now, the Google Home, I wanna say, is a smart speaker before a speaker, and then the Bose is obviously just a speaker, but the HomePod does a great job at both if you're in the Apple ecosystem. That's the huge caveat. Now, the other thing, software updates can change so many things in the future. For example, you can have two phones connected to it in the future. Also have two of them connected and make surround sound, those kinds of things. But you are still limited a little bit because Siri, in terms of a smart assistant, isn't up to par with things like Alexa or Google Assistant. Hopefully future software updates will help that. But if you're using this as a speaker first, I think it will be really, really great. There's a thing or two that I could see being huge improvements to this right off the bat, excluding the software updates. Those are things that can come onto this existing product. But right now, I wish there was the ability to play off battery power. The cool thing about the Sound Link is that I can unplug this and take this with me, and I use this all the time for that reason. If I can unplug the HomePod, take it outside, and that sort of thing, it would make this so much better. So I'm not tethered to power. Even if it was just 2 or 3 hours, that would be amazing. Also, obviously the bottom of that, if I could change that, that would be great too. But all in all, this is a fantastic speaker and I'm really, really happy with it. One of the things that I love about the HomePod is that it just looks good. From every angle, it looks beautiful. It's gonna look good anywhere except for those wooden tables. And it's not too big that you can put it in your office, that you can put it in the bathroom, that you can put it in the kitchen. It will fit just about anywhere. In terms of pricing, it is expensive, but I think the audio quality that you get out of it is worth the price. A lot of these other speakers that are as good or not even as good cost more and are even bigger. So like I said, I'm not an audiophile, I'm not huge into this, but I can tell you that this makes great sound. So what I want from you, tell me if you have the HomePod, tell me what you think about it. How does it sound to you? And if you don't have a HomePod, are you going to get one? Are you considering one? Let me know in the comments down below. If you have any questions for me about the HomePod, let me know in those comments down below too. But for now, that's the HomePod unboxing and my initial impressions of this great sounding speaker that is not so smart. Kind of smart. Siri, you're getting there, okay? Just a little more time in school, maybe get your PhD in smart assistants, you'll be set to go. Hey Siri, will you play some closing music for us?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Playing Closing Time by Samusonic.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.